Hello crafty friends, it's Donna here again from Donna is Playing Paper with a fun homemade bouquet card that uses just one stamp. And here's the stamp. It's called the Doodle Circle Duo stamp. You could stamp this on all kinds of patterned paper for some really fun cards, but today I'm going to make my own background paper. I'm spraying a little bit of water on the back just so that it doesn't roll up, and then spraying the front before dropping on some shimmer watercolor powders. These ones are the Water Gems from Pink and Main, but any watercolor powder will do. These ones I love because they have lots of shimmer to them. I'm doing the thing that you know you should never do, which is mucking, rather than just letting the colour move around on the page. And then I'm going to dry that with my dryer. Because I've used colours from all over the rainbow, I don't want them to mix too much and turn muddy, so I'm going to dry it as quickly as I can. Next, I'm going to stamp some flowers. First, I'm going to prep the paper with my powder tool so that the extra embossing powder doesn't stick where I don't want it. Versamark ink stays sticky for quite a long time, so I'm able to stamp a couple before I add the powder. You'll notice that I'm stamping a few times. That's because this paper is quite textured and I want to be sure that I've definitely got a good coverage with my stamp. I'm shaking on the very dregs of my white embossing powder, and then I'm putting those, with the powder still just sitting on top of the paper, back into my MISTI and stamping again. Now you'll notice that I moved the stamp a little bit when I put it down. And the results are about to appear here when I shake off this powder. I've just got a few extra speckles on this blue flower. Now that I've got all four stamped, I'm going to come in and heat set that powder, and then I'll stamp another two in the middle. These are the easiest stamps in the world to fussy cut, and I imagine they'd be really hard to cut if you had the die, because they're almost circular but not quite. I think it would be quite a job trying to line up the die. Once they're all cut, I can line them up in a way that pleases me on my card base. I like to use an odd number of elements, and so I've chosen to use 5 of these flowers for this card today. But first, we're going to make a cute little background. And I'm using this Simple Dots 3D embossing folder to do that. The dots are bigger at the bottom of this embossing folder than the top, and they feel really great. Because it's 3D, you need to remember to put it through with less layers in whatever cutting machine you have. The sentiment comes from a most useful set called Happy Birthday Sentiment Sheets. I use it all the time. I've stuck a couple of these down flat to the card and then popped the rest of them up with foam tape. I've also used foam tape on half the sentiment, the bit that's hanging off the flower, and just glued the rest direct. And to complement the flower theme, I've added some little enamel dots. I'll leave links to all the supplies that I've used for today's card in the box below. I hope that you've enjoyed this quick, fun little card. I look forward to sharing more cards with you soon. Bye for now.